I hope you're feeling better. I hear you have one of the worst case of gonorrhea on your feet. Hopefully that gets better. Not real sure how you got that there, but ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. None of my business. But good luck to you, buddy. Hope you get that cleared up. That being said, today I want to talk a little bit about my brother, Justin. He's my younger brother, my only other brother. He's taller than me. He's stockier than me. Smarter than me by all means. But he's an all-around good guy. He's a single father. He's raising a boy named Max. And let me tell you what, Max is a handful. But he's super sweet. Good boy. Got a good daddy. And I want to say that first and foremost, Justin, I know I was not the best brother in the world growing up. I was mean, bad, I wasn't good a lot of times. And I apologize. I'm sorry that I wasn't a better brother. I know I did some really bad, mean, evil things to you outside of the norms of brothers, but I apologize. And that being said, I'll say there are times, one time we were having a rock fight. Not rocks, but mud. Throwing mud clods at each other, real good mud clods at each other. And I'd throw one at Justin, and it'd miss him by 10, 15 feet. He'd throw one and hit me. This happened 4, 5, 6 times before I just got aggravated as shit. And so I decided to be smart, and I wrapped up a rock in some of that mud and threw it at him and bonked him right in the head. And he started crying, and my mom was on the front porch. What's going on? And I ran over to him and telling him, football players don't cry. I'm sorry. Football players don't cry. Because nobody wanted to go inside after, your mama gets mad and nobody, you don't get to play. No more fun. And that was mean. That really was mean. I did a lot of mean things to you growing up, and I'm sorry. I really am truly sorry. I wish those things would have never happened. I could blame it on me being bullied by my dad, but that would just be excuses. I'm sorry. I really am. I love you to death. I'm glad we have a better relationship now. Like I said, you're a wonderful dad. You really are. It's tough, but you're doing great. Noe, want to say hey to Noe. Thank you for stopping by today. It's good to see you. Glad to see you're doing well. Don't worry about them teachers hounding you over making A's. They just stressed out because of all the coronavirus and the lockdowns and everything else. So if you're doing what you're supposed to do, Noe, don't let them sweat you. Just remember, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. And Caitlin, just keep your head up. You're doing good. Stay out of trouble. Stay away from the bad people. But everything's good there. Chase, what can I say? Chase. You'll get there, Chase. You'll get there. You'll pack on some pounds and some meat. You'll become a big boy one day. But you're a good boy. You're a good kid. I like you, Chase. You're a good guy. So we go through tough times in our life, and good things and bad things happen to us. But we can't let it define us. Getting fired from a job, being accused of something you haven't done. Any of those things, don't let it define you. Don't let somebody make you so mad or you're so angry or so upset that it sticks in you and that it becomes you. Don't let people win. Not like that. Don't let people win. You know, up here we have so much space. I mean, look. I mean, I got a big old noodle here. We only have so much space in there. Don't let people get in there and take up space for free. Rent that shit out. They want to be stuck in your head. Make them make it worth their while. Worth your while. People don't allow people to have control over you. You have control over you. And just don't sweat the small stuff. You know, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy life. You know, go for a ride. Just roll the windows down and go for a ride, which we can do that down here in Southeast Texas. I don't recommend anybody doing that any further north than, you know, Oklahoma. I wouldn't do it up there or anywhere in the upper Midwest or East Coast, West Coast, upper sides. No. Hell, in those places you can't ride around with your windows down ever. It's like snows like 13 months a year the last time I read. But, you know, I just wanted to get on here and talk about my brother and say hi to all the people that are watching me. And I really do love my brother. I wish we had a better relationship. We don't have a bad one. I wish we had a better relationship. And who knows, we may end up getting to that point. But, yeah, we had some really good times growing up and did a lot of fun things together. Riding on our bikes and things like that. Sitting here reminiscing myself. And, you know, remember that your parents are doing the best they can. Not talking about the things that are bad and wrong and evil. I'm talking about those parents out there who get up, make us breakfast, make sure we have clean clothes, make sure we get off to school on time. They go to work, they bust their butt all day long, and they come home and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do, whether it be chores or homework. And they take time out to make a dinner or take us to dinner or what have you, spend some little bit of time with us before it's bedtime. You know, everything that you're going through, especially younger children, younger generation, everything you're going through, parents are going through. You may have it hard, but a lot of times parents have it harder. And it may not seem that way, but you know, they may have one of the best facades that you could imagine, and everything's great. Yay, everything's great on the outside. But on the inside, they're trying to figure out which bill to pay next. Am I going to pay the water bill and let the electric bill go late? Am I going to pay the electric bill, let the water bill go late? Gas bill, phone bill, what have you. It's like that. It's like that. It's like that in all families, whether it's lower income, middle income, upper income. It happens. Things like that happen. And once again, don't let that define us. People make mistakes. The place I've been living in since, it's been almost 12 years. I've been here 12 years. And the only bill that I have problems remember paying on time is the water bill. In 12 years, we've probably had the water cut off 10 or 12 times. Well, once a year, so that's not bad. And it's not because I didn't want to pay it. It's just one of those ones I forgot. You know, I have, you know, student loans. I got gas cards and credit cards and, you know, bank notes and car notes and, you know, 10,000 different things going on and prescriptions. And I got 7 dogs, so every one of them need medicines every month, you know, flea and tick medicine, so you know, so on and so forth. And, you know, and the kids and everything like that. Everybody needs something. So if your parent forgets something, This is my baby Silk. She's not being camera shy today. I know, baby. I know. You want to say hi to everybody on there? Silk. 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 Look right here. Say hi. Look right here. Silk. Silk. Say hi. Yeah, she don't want to say hi. She's not being very camera photogenic. She's not being photogenic. She just want to get daddy kissed before it's night time. Pain in the butt. That's my baby, though. That's my baby. One of my babies. But you know, if you're having a great mood and you're having a good day, and you come in, you see one of your parents isn't, don't become an ass so that it makes them feel worse. Or don't become an ass so that they have to unintentionally retaliate, and then they become an ass, and then you're pissed off and they're pissed off. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You come in, you see your parent in a bad mood, just say, hey, how are you today? And you get a shitty response or no response or a negative response, just sometimes best just not to say nothing. You know, I know there's a few of y'all out there who know Nicholas, my son. Nicholas has been one of those boys growing up that he's just, in one of the best ways I can say this, he's just weird. He's strange. When he was little, when I say little, I mean 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, he'd come home from school and he'd walk in. If he saw his mama in a bad mood, he'd go put his backpack up. And he's like, hey, mama, is there anything you need me to do before I go in my room? No, that's okay, thank you. And if there was, can you take the trash out? Or can you unload the dishwasher? Yes, ma'am, he'd go do it. But he could read her. He could read people. See him in a good mood. See him in a bad mood. Come in and see me in a bad mood. Hey, Dad, you feeling all right? I'm just having a bad day. Okay. How are you doing? I'm okay. I'll talk later. But sometimes I wanted to hear him talk, so he would. And that would take me out of my funk. Put me in his mood. And that's how it is with people. Smile. Smile at people. Just, hey, how you doing? It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt. You don't burst into flames. Satan's not going to jump up from the ground and choke you for trying to be nice. But just do it, because you never know what that other person that you're looking at or smiling at is going through. Let me tell you a story. There was a story I read a while back. It's pretty touching. Sad, happy, touching story. And I don't know names, so I won't name any. But I'll say that there was a young lady who was just having a tough time in life. Nothing was going right. She was broke, no job. She wasn't in school anymore. No boyfriend, far away from home. Just her life was just upside down and just sucked ass. And she was tired. Tired of it. Life. Tired of it. So one day she had decided she was going to commit suicide. But before she did, she wanted to have her favorite drink, which was Starbucks. So she was going to go to Starbucks, get a drink, go out to her wherever she was going to go commit this deed, have her Starbucks, and that would have been it. So she gets into Starbucks, gets up to her time at the line, and she places her order. She finds it kind of odd. Nobody asked her name, but at that point she felt so bad and so down that she didn't care. She didn't have to have a name, because come just a little bit from that moment, she was going to be gone. So there wouldn't be a name. She wouldn't be a person. She wouldn't be nothing. And that's the way she thought. That's the way she described the story. And so she's sitting there waiting, and the barista, I guess it's called, looked over at her and said, hey, your coffee's ready. And she's like, okay, thanks. Hey, your coffee's ready. She felt that that's what she was reduced to. She was no longer a person. She was just a hey. So she goes out, gets in her car, starts it up, goes out to wherever she was going to do the deed, and decided to just sit there and cry, and went to take a drink of her coffee. And on the side of it was one word: smile. That's all it said. Smile. She broke down crying. Felt so stupid, humiliated, embarrassed that she was contemplating taking her life. And one person noticed and said, smile. So I encourage you that everybody you walk by, no matter who they are, man, woman, old, young, no matter what they look like, just offer a smile. You don't even have to say anything. Or you can say, hey, how you doing? And just keep on walking. Good morning. Good morning. With a smile. Good morning, how are you? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I've had family members tell me, Derek, when you go into a grocery store, you can go in there by yourself and you can come out with 13 friends. I don't know strangers. I like to talk. I'd talk to a dead man just to hear myself talk. And I think that's another thing that's wrong with society is we're not reaching out to one another. Who cares what you look like? Who cares? If you see a person that just something doesn't seem right, hey, how you doing today? Are you okay? That could be the difference between life and death. And it don't take nothing to smile and save somebody's life. Because essentially that's probably what you've just done. And I'm a firm believer in that. And when you're out and about also, I've also known that and noticed something in it, and I've learned something. And I taught my boys this. When you're out somewhere in public, and you're in a place of business where people have to wear a name badge, try to see that name badge. Address that person by their name. You would be surprised on how much of an improvement in service, how much better the service would be by calling somebody by their name versus, hey, can you get me this? Even, miss, would you mind getting me this? Excuse me, sir, can I get some more of this? You'd be surprised. You say, excuse me, Derek, would you mind getting this? Excuse me, Michelle, would you mind doing this? Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Nicole. Anything like that. You would be surprised on how big of a difference it makes by addressing somebody by their name. Because we are all people and we all have names. Hey, you is not a name. Hey, excuse me, that's not a name. I mean, granted, you don't know a name, you don't know a name. You try to be as polite as you can. But addressing people by their name really makes a world of difference. And this is just a weird post today. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody once again. And I'll cut it short now. And just wanted to ask you, do you know how you can tell when somebody's wearing pantyhose? Just curious if you can tell when somebody's wearing pantyhose. You know how I can tell when somebody's wearing pantyhose? When they fart, their ankles swell up. If you would, like, subscribe,